and I don't never do that. I'm usually one take dude. So, all right.
You got this, bro.
Yeah, all right. Hey, yo, what it is and what's good? Welcome back to the 280 Plus podcast. I'm your host, Slows Def, and this is episode 60, man. Episode 60. So, yo, if you've been rocking with me since day one, if you just passing through, you know what I mean? I like to thank the audience, man. I like to thank the listeners. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, share it, subscribe. If you're catching the clips on Instagram, you know, follow me. Yo, man. So, I appreciate all the love, man, as we continue to elevate, man. Again, this is year 2 of what we doing here, and we growing, man. We growing. We starting to reach out to different people. And one person, and I got a special guest here. And this is a guy that I met at an event where I was outside for the first time, man. So, introduce yourself, brother.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Andre. On Facebook, I'm Moreno Prieto. But my business is a clothing fashion brand named Austerus. You can find us on Instagram at Austerus the Brand. Austerus is spelled AUSTERUS That's on Twitter, that's on TikTok, that's on Instagram, on Facebook. We also have a website, austerus.com, AUSTERUS.com.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, my man is a designer. He's an entrepreneur here. You know what I mean? He's here to kick it with me tonight, man. We're going to get, we might get a little spicy. You know what I mean? My man said he like to debate, and I don't know how much we're going to be debating. We might be agreeing on some stuff, but who knows? Who knows, right? And so I met him at a fashion event, you know what I mean, Drip the Runway. And, the running joke was, and like I said, first impressions, and, he's telling you all his names and things like that, whatever. But the running joke was like, I thought my man was Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it was a couple of factors, right? It was the bright color suit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? The pronunciation of the brand, Austeros, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then, you had like, your wife was there. But also, I noticed, I felt like there was like some Latinas, you know what I mean, around you, you know what I'm saying? Like at least a part of your team, whatever, you know what I mean? So I was like, yo, fam, you Dominican? And he was like, nah, I'm black. Like I'm African American. I was like, yo, like, you know what I mean?
For the culture,
right? But you said though, you was like, and when we was talking, you said that you're from like, more like Lehigh Valley, like Eastern PA. Right. So that's like Allentown, right? Easton, Bethlehem. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a heavy Hispanic population out that way, right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I was raised in Southside Bethlehem. And there's a huge Latino community there. A lot of my best friends, people that I grew up with are Latino. And it's funny because I went to a rival school that my wife went to. And,
oh, really?
She's Latino. I'm African American, but we went to rival schools and we never met each other. I knew all her friends, all her best friends, everything.
Yeah.
Hung out with them, went to school with them, but I never met her.
What?
So it's ironic that we even, like when we got together and we first met and we were just talking in Poly and we were just talking about, this person, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how did we never meet each other?
Yeah, right.
It's just funny. It was just real weird, but
cool.
She's a cool person. I love her to death, and definitely a cool. I love the Latino community.
Do you speak Spanish a little bit? Can you speak?
A little bit. I mean, I'm learning from them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, my man Moreno Prieto. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, like.
Yes, sir. Something different, and it means black. It means black man. So it's just it should still tell you that I'm black. You know what I mean? I'm not Dominican, but people want to assume it is. That's the perspective. That's cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just giving them flavors, man. Them vibe. Like, and I think too, you kind of got like a Big Pop. You don't look like Big Poppy, but like, you know what I mean. You look like Big.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you watch baseball? Are you into baseball?
I mean, I like baseball. I like sports.
Okay.
I mean, my team is the Cleveland Indians, but
the Guardians now, right?
Did they change their name? That's how.
Yeah, they're the Guardians. Yo, they're like the Cleveland Guardians now, bro. Like,
yeah, that's how you know I don't be on baseball. I'm a football and basketball fan, but mostly football. But Yeah, I watch a
That's
little bit
what's
of
up.
baseball.
That's what's up. So yeah, man, I had a good, I had a good conversation with you. And you gave me some ideas, like, and I met with your wife, like it was a couple weeks ago. We kind of was out and we kind of set this up, whatever. And y'all gave me some good ideas. And one thing that I remember y'all mentioning, and this is gonna kind of segue into some topics, whatever. But like y'all was saying something about how like you feel like one thing that's not really celebrated in the Black and Latino community is like marriage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And why do you think it's not celebrated? You know what I mean, as much or whatever.
I think it's not celebrated as much as because the generations before us, whether it be our parents or grandparents, that wasn't their foundation. My parents weren't married, but my grandmother and my grandfather were married.
Okay.
But a lot of our culture, marriage is not you know um, the end all be all. That's not something that they look forward to, unfortunately, and it's sad to say, um, because I mean, when you find someone that you love and you want to be with, they can excel you like my wife has excelled me, and I excelled her, and you grow together. But it is a shame that it's not celebrated as much, and I truly feel that like if we teach our kids that having someone, a companion that you can grow with and love, you'll be able to go far in life.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what ultimately led you to get married? Like what made you say like did you just know for sure? Is it one of those things? Because I'm
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older than you. You know what I'm saying? And like I've been in some I've been in a long term relationship, and then there's something about it that's I'm just I can't I don't know, bro. I don't know. Do I
Well,
need to grow up? Do I need to mature? I
yeah.
don't know. Like what is like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, actually, what you didn't know, and I'm gonna put out there, which is fine because I have no problem telling my business. This is my second marriage. Right,
Yo,
right.
this that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what I mean? That's what I'm
So
saying. So I see something wrong with me, man. That's
so I was young. You know what I'm saying? And me trying to be a different person than the generation before you. You want to live better or live different, right? Be an example, right? Um, so the mother of my kids, who was not my wife now, I got married with her, and then we separated, divorced, and then I found my wife now. And it's funny because I always talk about this story about like the two marriage situations, and the first one I kind of felt forced. I wasn't really ready,
Oh shit.
but I did it anyway because we have kids together, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
But
feel like it was good practice for this next one? Like you kind of knew what to expect? Is that what kind of like helped you out to the second marriage, I guess? Like
oh yeah, for sure, definitely
okay, okay.
to know what to do, what not to do, because I was in my 20s, and
Okay.
how I feel that what's not taught a lot, especially in our community, is like in your 20s, like it's really the years for you to find yourself. It's really the years for you to be young and dumb in your 20s, experiment and do what you want to do, travel, to stand a third. When you hit your 30s is like the pinnacle where you should have your career set, you
Yeah.
should be working, you should be building, and you should be growing and have your companion to motivate each other as I'm doing now. So I knew I wasn't ready, but I still did it just because I felt like I was supposed to.
Okay.
Um, but obviously that didn't end well. But now I'm married with my wife,
Yeah.
and I wanted to marry her. I was excited. I was happy. I even
Ah, see.
cried when she walked down the
I,
aisle. Like, I got to show you
mm.
the pictures because my one cousin took a picture of me, just like it's the most beautiful and angelic picture I've ever seen. Because when I first saw her walk in, she was glowing. That's
Yeah.
how I knew this. I'm gonna be with this woman forever because she real, and she gets all the credit for a lot of things that I've excelled in my life for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I think for me, I ain't gonna lie, like I can't front, man. I think about all the contingencies, and I think about worst case scenarios, and I think and I'm like maybe too I'm like worried about like lifetime monogamy and stuff like that, and like because yeah if I'm gonna get married I don't want to necessarily, and I know things happen whatever, but I don't want to get married a second time, you know what I'm saying, like
Right?
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I think, or maybe I'm putting too much pressure on it, whatever. Maybe I feel like too I'm and I think too sometimes I think about my situation, right, like where the situation I had with my son's mother. I mean, my son is 8 years old, and I was dealing with his mom, for maybe 6 or 7 years, and we never, we were worried about our careers, we were worried about excelling, but like we was kind of like on individual paths, but we were together, but we were and we never, like I was nervous to just you know, like I was worried about finances. I was worried about credit because I know, like, I know bad experiences. I think that too, like maybe because I've seen my dad go through some bad experiences. So like, and maybe it's some trauma. Like maybe it's really some trauma where I'm just holding on to it, whatever. But like, I'm just like, what is it about? Like, and I'm just like, I can't do it because if I feel like I'm second guessing it, like, and we ain't even at that point, like I can't just. You know, and a lot of times I felt like forced and stuff like that too. So I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to be in a situation like that. But
yeah, I feel you. It is tough, and you want to be ready. And like I said, I wasn't ready for my first time, and
yeah.
and I feel like a man knows when we're ready. Like
Okay.
like,
Okay.
I don't know, or yeah, like let's do this. Like you the one I want to be with the rest of my life, and it was like a night and day. Like I just knew this is the person I wanted to marry. I
See,
knew
that's
it.
hard. That's hard. That's
So
good, man. That's good.
yeah,
See, I'm proud. Yeah, and I met your wife, and like she seems like a very smart lady. She seems to be very supportive of you.
yeah, she's humble. She's a
You
good
know what I
person
mean?
for
And like,
sure,
yeah,
for
it
sure.
looks like you look like y'all like a good team. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So
Definitely facts. That's
that's
facts.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. So speaking of marriage though, and speaking of men and the idea of marriage, whatever, man,
Okay.
let's kind of switch into the Godfather, man. Like, yo, rest in peace, man, to the boy Kevin Samuels, man.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't get to talk about it when it first happened, whatever. And you know, I think one thing about him though is I know he has a bad reputation amongst,
Oh
and
yeah.
I think it's actually it feels like it's mass like a bad opinion, but I think there's a lot of people that supported him, a lot of people that liked him. I was a person that like I listened to what he said, and I could definitely take the gems, I guess, that he was giving out, whatever. But one thing that he was really strong on, and I don't know how familiar you are with him, whatever.
Yeah.
But one thing he was pushing marriage. Like he wanted
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
his mess. That was his goal. That's what he's talking about. And basically trying to get people to women, I guess, to kind of get on board with at least the men that they think they want. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He was trying to give them a perspective like, okay, you want this type of man. I'm speaking for this type of man that you want. And you know, and you know, he say he interviewed a lot of men and whatever, and he's just like, yo, this is what they want. They want this, they want this, they want this, and then a lot of times, like, you know, that's where people they would like clash and things like that,
Yeah.
right? So, but like before we get into all his theories or whatever, anything, I just think, you know, when it comes to like a big thing was obviously he passed away, and then there was a lot of people that felt the opportunity to kind of pounce on that. You know what I mean? That opportunity to kind of talk ill of him, like anything that they might have had pent up in them, they felt the need to talk about him. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you feel about how do you feel about talking ill of the dead? Like, I guess I
I
mean,
mean, I am a
even
little
though
bit concerned.
he's not the most positive, like he might not have the most positive perception. What do you feel about that? Like,
Yeah, I think the man's gone. So why are we bashing him? Why didn't you talk about it when he was alive? Right.
yeah,
That's how I kind of feel. And maybe they were, and just kept bashing him all the way to his grave.
yeah,
But people don't like the truth, and people don't like when you're telling them something that's going against what they want to hear.
yeah,
So they always feel it's hating or it's negative if it's something that they don't like. And even though it could be true, he spoke a lot of factual evidence on a lot of situations,
yeah.
and a lot of women just took ill to that, and which is in my opinion is whack. Everyone, nowadays our society is so soft, and you got to watch what you say and watch what you do. It's just a lot, and
Yeah.
people need to understand that if you don't like something, you don't have to
You don't have to
back
consume. You don't have to listen.
right, put
Yeah.
that man out there, or
Oh
especially if
yeah.
he's gone, he's passed away, so it's just it seems like it's celebrated, like they're celebrating his passing because they hurt he hurt their feelings,
Yeah.
and now he got his just due or something,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
like, but he still said it. It's
Yeah.
still what he said is still true.
Yeah.
He's just not here anymore. His words are still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you've won because he's gone. No, those words,
You
he
gotta live
spoke.
with that. You gotta live with that truth. You know what I mean? Whatever it
Exactly,
is. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You got to live with that, and
Yeah.
I think it's corny in a way out for people, to not accept what he was saying to them because he's gone.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel that way too, because it's like, you know, if I ever have any type of grudge with somebody, or if I disagree with somebody, and yeah, if they happen to pass away, the beef is over. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, the beef is over. Like we don't have no, cause and it doesn't make any sense for me to keep talking about them, because it's like in a bad way. It's like, all right, they gone. Like I mean, like at least you have that. Like maybe to me the solace would be that, like, all right, I don't gotta hear his mouth no more. You know what I mean? And then that should be it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like people are like, oh well, he was talking about black. He disrespected black women. I'm like, yeah, but like and I don't even think he was disrespecting women. I think, and we can break that down a little bit. But like so and you're married though, whatever. Like, was your wife familiar with him? Did she agree? Like, did she disagree? How did that?
Yeah. She's a feminist.
Okay.
She's a feminist, you know what I'm saying? So she's all for women rights and women everything.
Okay.
And you know, we're both debaters, and for lack of better words, we butt head on certain situations. You should be, you know what I mean? You know, she has her opinions, I have my opinions. She has her perspectives, I have my perspectives. You know, it's normal. We're not all going to agree on everything at all times. But I do feel, I think what's different about my wife is she can disagree but still understand the perspective. Still get it as to how a man will feel, because, you know, or how Kevin Samuels, you know, was feeling, or how, you know, was putting his information out there. Because, you know, she may not, like, you know, be his favorite or whatever, you know. She's not his favorite.
She's not a supporter, necessarily.
Yeah, but she, you know, she understands or where he's coming from and why he's saying what he's saying.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people out here, men and women, that don't deserve or don't, you know, what he was teaching or what he was saying. Like, you know what I mean? You're over here working at McDonald's, you know, you live, you know, Section 8, and you want a man making over $100,000, $200,000 a year. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and you got multiple kids and this and that, and but you don't bring nothing to the table. Yeah. So,
you know, it's so valid what he was saying, and people didn't get that. Well, I deserve this. I don't know. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you deserve it?
Yeah.
And they always fumble their words. They can't ever, you know, explain as to why. But they mad because he's gone, because he's telling the truth.
Yeah, and I think his in terms of his legacy, I think, I mean, I think for years, man, down the road, like people are gonna be like parsing and analyzing the things that he said, and like people are gonna probably new relationship gurus are gonna rise, and they're gonna reference things that he said, and then like I think if a lot of people had a problem with his delivery. And I think that was always the thing. Oh, why he got to talk like that? Da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah, but sometimes it don't. You know, the delivery doesn't matter. Like, is it the truth though? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? And my barber, I was talking to him, and he was saying like, he might have heard it from somewhere, but they were saying that like, Kevin was a mirror. You know what I mean? Like that's who he was. He was a mirror, because he would basically, and if you didn't like the reflection that he was kind of giving back to you, those are the people that had the most to say. But I think most detractors, most people that did not like the things he said, they've only ever watched clips. I used to watch, like I was watching my man like pretty heavy. You know what I mean? So like you watch the show, you watching it, and it's like, yo, those women want to talk to this man about you know what I mean, what's going on, whatever. Some people were trying to antagonize, but like some women literally was like seeking help from him, and like, yo, what is going on? And it was just crazy, because he would use the same setup questions, you know what I'm saying, like, and like he kind of like got, I mean, it was almost like a setup, almost like they was like, but like I said, that mirror, like, I mean, like he's reflecting back what you're giving him. You're talking about, you know, you want this. Yeah, most of the women, like a majority of the women, wanted men that was making not just six figures, like $200,000-$300,000. And he's like, well, does it matter if they black or white? And they like, nah, I want a black man. Do you know how many black men there are that make that much money? And like the facts was just like blowing women's mind. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So
you give them the truth, and they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it was. But I liked Kevin Samuels. You know, like you said, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of podcasts that are similar to him too.
Okay.
So,
like
some I watch more than others. Like I used to watch Fresh and Fit.
I don't like those guys, man.
I don't like them either. And at first I was like, oh, okay, they're kind of making sense. But then I was like, y'all too radical for me. Like
very radical, very kind of in some ways immature. Like, you know what I mean? The dude Myron, like the way he was talking, like I just seen a clip, whatever, where he was talking about like, yeah, you don't have to, as a man, it's not your job. You don't have to please a woman, and like he's talking about sexually, and I'm like, all right. You lost me there, bro. Cause I'm not. No, I'm not. Cause I've been preached then. Cause they got beef. I've been preaching.
I watch Alvin preach heavy.
Yeah, they got beef, and they like, and they pointed that out, and they was clowning these dudes. They was like, "Yo, like, are you serious? Like, you got all this money, you could jet set them and all this whatever, but like, you can't lay it down when it matters." Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
it don't make no sense. It don't make. And at first, when I started watching, I'm like, "Oh, okay," but then, like, a few episodes, and I'm like, "Y'all just want to." Their top views were just kicking people out. Kicking women out, and that was their most top views.
Yeah,
throw women out and making a ruckus. That's it. They're not really, teaching and giving the backbone of what they're saying, which I was just turned off heavily. Stop watching them.
Yeah. So like I said, with Kevin, like I said, his message was a little bit brash, but like he did talk to everybody like that. You know what I mean? He talked to men like that, men and women. Yeah, because. And people didn't know him when he was preaching to men. You know what I mean? Like when he was trying to give advice to men, they didn't know him, and he wasn't getting no views. It wasn't until he started kind of diving into women that people had stuff to say, whatever. But
I just real quick, I'm sorry. Yeah. I do want to revert it a little bit to the whole black woman thing, because I feel like there's a narrative that black men are always trying to bring down black women when that's not the truth.
No, that's not.
I really, and that's the one thing, a lot of black women would bash Kevin Samuels or people that are speaking, like Kevin Samuels, and think it's an attack on them when it's not. Like, we love black women. Just to throw it out there, we love a black man. We love black women. Definitely. My mom is black. My sister's black. My aunt is black. I love all that. So there's no reason for them to feel that way. And I don't know why or where it started, where that there's this attack on black women from black men when there's not. And I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with some people about that, because I don't understand where it came from. I'm like, it's so weird to me to see it on social media, this attack in quotes.
Yeah, he would talk a lot about, like, we want women that have natural hair, natural this, natural that. You know what I mean? Like, he was never, he made some, like, he implied some things like, like if black women ain't trying to, like, get on board or whatever, or like, meet certain men halfway, then maybe we have to go another route, whatever. But he also encouraged black women, if you can't find it here, you might have to go. Right, what I mean? But like at the end of the day, he was encouraging people to get married. Like, stop shacking up. Stop having kids with people that you don't plan on marrying, you know what I mean? Which I'm a victim of that, right? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of us are.
Yeah, but and that part of the message is like, it's eye opening, it's truthful, and at the end of the day, it is probably better for society if we are like, like I said, taking relationships seriously as opposed to just, playing around and this and that, whatever. So that was good, man. And so speaking of, like, so kind of switching up from him, whatever, and because a lot of people kind of would be upset with certain things that he would talk about in terms of, like, requirements, whatever. I came across something, and so some women got their own preferences and requirements too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest, I think a lot of time, at least from a man's perspective, I think we're willing to kind of overlook a lot of things and compromise for a lot of things, as opposed to, like, sometimes women are like, they're the ones that set the hard line. Like, they draw the line in the sand. Like, no, I want this, and this is what I deserve. And, like, I just seen a post that was saying something. Why would a man ever ask a woman to lower her standards? Well, there are some plausible reasons. Maybe not all women are in a place to make demands, right?
Exactly, right.
Yeah. But also too, like, sometimes things are not the most realistic. Some of those standards are not the most realistic, right? So we're gonna talk about J.Lo now, right? So did you see her 8 rules for dating?
I think I might have skimmed over it, but I don't recall it.
All right,
let's bring it up.
We're gonna bring these up, all right? And this is we're not bashing women, but we this is just an example of how extreme certain things can be, right? And it ain't, sometimes there ain't no room for reciprocation there. So rule number 1, no female flight attendants, right? And the reason for that,
when a man goes on a trip.
Yeah, and I think it's because I think for most part she flies on the PJs, you know what I'm saying? She flies on the private jets, you know what I mean? But she has, like, an experience of, like, one of her spouses like possibly cheating on her with a female flight attendant. So like no female flight attendants, right? Whatever, right?
All right.
All right, right. Number 2, you got to stay in shape, which, okay, that's fair. That's fair. And that's the thing. When we talk about, like women getting all like, oh, you should accept me for who I am. Like, if my woman tells me that, like, yo, babe, like, yo, you getting a little pudgy here. Oh, I need you to, I'm gonna do what I need to do to get right. I don't know about you, brother, but I'm gonna try to self-improve a little bit. You know what I mean? I want to make my wife, I want to make my woman happy there, right?
Communication is key for sure.
Right. Number 3, access to cell phone at all times.
That's not a problem with me and my wife.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
She has my passcode. I have her passcode. She want to go through my phone anytime she want it. She got it.
And I think that's, see, okay, that's for you. That's marriage. That's probably what marriage is. That's what marriage is. So I respect to you. I don't know if I'm, but dating, nah, bro. Like
dating, nah. I would date.
I don't know.
Nah, but
I don't know about that.
J.Lo's marrying everybody she get with, so it's kind of.
Yeah, she's grooming you. She's grooming you to be her husband, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Number 4, no more than 3 drinks per night. Now, this one, I'm not too crazy about it because she doesn't drink at all. She doesn't drink at all. So, she set that limit on Alex Rodriguez. I mean, I guess he like to get a little saucy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever. So she limited this man, and like that's her rule though. Like, I mean, if you drink no more than 3 drinks per night, and I'm a lightweight, so I don't really like drinking all like that. So
that'd be good for me.
Yeah, I'll be cool with that too. Number 5, 0 tolerance for cheating. Which, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. All right. This next one makes sense as well. Sex 4 times a week. Number 6 is sex 4 times a week. Yes, you're J.Lo. Let's do it 5. Let's do it 6.
We're gonna do it every day, every night. We make it happen.
All right. Number 7, no more children. Now, I mean, that's not think about her age. Like, I can see, you don't want. I mean, but does that mean that like you can't already have kids? You know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I mean, I don't know. I wonder.
That's a
with
crazy
that
conversation for me, and I don't think I would want that in my situation. Me being married, because me and my wife don't got no kids, and I want a child. We want a child together.
Okay.
So that wouldn't fly with me. That's the one wouldn't fly with
Okay.
me.
Now here's this one. This is the last rule, but I don't know about this one, bro, because this one is wild. So to me, it's wild. It says number 8, must get along with Mark Anthony. Her ex-husband. So apparently, like, they are like really tight. Like, they have a good, like co-parenting, open relationship, whatever. And they're like best of friends, and they share mad stuff, whatever. So like, if Mark don't like you, you out of there, fam. You out of there.
That's.
You can't let your ex. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's an ex. You can't let your ex dictate what we got going on.
Nah, man. And I understand y'all got kids together, and I respect that. Respect that. I'm not gonna wild out, press the man, none of that. At the same time, like, we're dealing with each other. Why do I have to be buddy with the father of your children?
Yeah,
that's weird to me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, must get along, and like, to what degree? Like, I mean, maybe he's in a bad mood the day he meets me. Like, what if I make a bad first impression with this guy? Like, right. and that's the thing too. I'm not gonna be on eggshells. Like, I mean, with your ex and like trying to impress some other man. Like, I don't care about this, like, dude, bro. Like, so
like, how you don't have like agendas to try to get you back or something, and he just might be like, nah, not him. Every guy that comes around, like.
Yeah.
Nah.
So and the thing is though, I mean, at the end of the day, it is J.Lo, so she could say whatever the hell she wants. Like, I mean, for real, like, she can make these rules, but I think I'm more willing to bet that there's women that are not on the level of J.Lo financially, maybe beauty, whatever, that probably have some rigid rules and requirements. Yeah, I mean, that might make dating a little bit difficult. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. I just thought that was funny. I was like, damn, like, see, but like, kind of going back to Kevin, like, when he talking about women, wanting women that are fit, feminine, and friendly, you know what I mean? And then women are like, oh my God, he don't like women that are a certain size. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yo, but like, why can't, we're talking about these top earning men that have access to a bunch of different women if they want, you know what I mean? Like, why can't they want what they want? You know what I mean? Without it being like an issue. I don't know.
That is the weird thing too. Like, women want what they want, but then when it's a man, saying the same thing, it's like, oh no, take me how I am, as you say. It doesn't make sense to me. And I always wonder that. And I always would like to have a conversation with people, like women, about that. Like, why is it that y'all can have standards, but men can't?
Yeah.
It just boggles my mind.
I know I guess, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, in some instances, it's like one sided, whatever. And it's like, well, if this is supposed to be a union, like, it can't be that, like that, right? Like, you know what I mean? And also too, feminists, right? They want equal means equal, right? Like, I mean,
right.
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 They don't like they only like doubles. They don't like double standards. You know what I mean? But if it benefits them, oh yeah, sure, the double standard is cool. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all for that. Yeah, let's go. Like,
yeah.
Rah, rah. Huh?
And I think in general, men, we accept double standards as what. All right, yeah, we get it. Like, I can't act like you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do what you do. I get that.
Like, I understand that women and men are different. Like, women and women, y'all do certain things and men do certain things. You know what I mean? We're different, but we should still be able to accept our preferences and what we want. I mean, if you have a preference, if you want a man that makes $100,000 a year and is fit, 6'1" and build and yada yada yada, but you working at McDonald's, if that's what you want, who am I to say that you can't have that? If that's what you want, you might not get it. You might not get it, but if that's what you want, then okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you'll just have to deal with the men that are in your standard list, and they're gonna look at you and be like, well, what do you have? So you can't be upset from them asking that question.
Yeah.
And then getting mad about that.
Yeah.
'Cause here's your man that you want. Now he's asking you. Can you follow my protocols?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good. So and I got one. We're gonna switch it up, but like still semi-related, whatever. But this is a scenario. You know what I mean? So like,
okay.
So have you ever watched the show 911?
Nah, never.
All right. So first off, most slept on show ever, bro. This show is like, will have you on the edge of your seat. Like, I'm not even into like cop shows like that, whatever, you know what I mean? But like, this is one, like, it's really about emergency services. So fire department, paramedics, the people that do the calls, and then there is some police, whatever. Now, they have two versions of the show. There's the main one, and they come on Fox. The main one stars Angela Bassett, and she is still fine like wine.
I love me some Angela Bassett.
You need to watch 911. It's really good. It's literally it's a legit good show. If you want suspense, you want some like crazy, like it's gonna have you like whatever, right? But then there's some emotional stuff too. So they have a spinoff, right? And it's called it's 911 Lone Star. So that one takes place in like Texas, whatever, right? So there's this subplot, right? So there's a subplot in Lone Star, right, where a widow is having a tough time with her grieving process, right? Then, there's a celebration of her twin daughter's birthday party, right? And her husband's estranged brother comes through, but the dude, like, he didn't even go to his brother's funeral, right? I mean, so it's her brother-in-law, essentially, right? He didn't even go to it.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah, what's up?
Angela Bassett's brother-in-law.
No, all right. So all right. I'm sorry. She's on the original. There's a different version. This is based on from Lone Star. All right. So yeah. Okay. So we got this widow, whatever. She's having a tough time through this grieving process, right? It's her daughter's birthday. It's their first birthday without their dad, right? You know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, her husband's estranged brother comes out of nowhere and shows up to the party, right? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody invited him, whatever. And she don't fuck with this dude, partly because he didn't even go to he didn't go to his own brother's funeral, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So she do not fuck with this dude. Like, she like, nah, like you can't be here, whatever. But, the daughter, like, but then she's thinking like, well, this is really, I guess the guy had like a small family. So he's like the only remnants of the father left. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Right.
So she don't fuck with boy, whatever. She wants to kick him out. Then she figures like, all right, maybe he should stay. You know what I mean? The girls love him, whatever, right? To keep like the husband's memory alive, right?
Right.
Well, let's fast forward a little bit, right? They had this weird moment where they end up kissing, right?
What?
Wild. Yeah, she ended up kissing the brother, right? All right, so then they had, it was one of the moments where it was like, oh well, we can't do this, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and then it seemed like they was on the same page. Like that was crazy. Why did they kiss?
Why did that happen? Yeah.
She was thinking about the husband, I guess, whatever, and like maybe looking at him, maybe he reminded her, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So all right, so and then so she was like, she didn't feel comfortable, but she said like, yo, you know what I mean? You could stop by though whenever you want, right? Type shit. Fast forward again. They end up fucking, bro. They end up fucking, right? And like obviously that's a clear violation. Like I'm not.
The kiss was a violation.
The kiss was a violation. The fucking is a whole nother violation, right? And so I'm not questioning the violation. What I'm questioning is who is more in the wrong, the husband or the wife or the brother.
The wife's married to somebody else. I mean, the brother,
Well, is she married? She's not married. Technically, she's not married anymore. Her husband's dead.
Oh, I thought she was married to somebody else.
No. She never. No, yeah, she tried, and that's the thing too. She tried to date. Dating wasn't working, so she's just a single woman, and then she ends up hooking up with the brother. Like eventually, it didn't happen like the next day or nothing like that. It was like, she started bonding with him. He was around her daughters. You know what I mean? Whatever. As matter of fact, he's a singer. Yeah, and he's like a well put together guy, younger than her husband, whatever. And
how did the husband die? How did he die?
This dude, it was he had like a heart attack, bro. Like at the crib, like it was crazy. And like I think her daughters was there. Like it was crazy. I think I remember that. Like it was like tragic. It was like really sad, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Either way, I mean they both in the wrong. I don't know who to say who's the worst. I thought the wife was remarried.
No, she never remarried. No, she's widow, single widow. Like
yeah, they both wrong, man. Because that's my brother. Like, damn, you just gonna. I'm dead. You gonna take my place, and then my wife is like, why you? They both wrong, man.
They both okay. I just want to know like who is more in the wrong because I'm like, man, the wife. I don't. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is too. She even like she went to the grave and like she felt like she had peace. Like she was like, yo, like I feel like my husband's spirit. Like what I mean, he brought you to me. Like I mean, she was feeling like what I mean,
what?
like she was feeling like the husband like was giving his blessings.
Nah. Yeah,
that's what she said.
She's wrong, bro.
Oh, she's wrong. Okay. But it's like your brother though. Like why, yo, fam? What you? Or is it because he's a man? He's like, all right, man. Like, why she shouldn't have gave you that?
Like, the brother should be like, nah. Like, yo, you my brother's wife. You're still my brother's wife. Like,
yeah.
Nah, son. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're both. That's a tricky one. I don't know. I think if you had to pick, who's more in the wrong?
Okay, let me ask the question before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who leaned in first to kiss?
He did.
You're wrong. It's him.
Okay. Yeah, he kissed her, and then she was like,
nope.
And
nope.
she like, yeah, she liked it. She kind of liked it, but she was still shocked. She was like, what the fuck? Like, so wrong. It's him.
He wrong.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you why he wrong too. So you didn't go to my funeral.
Yeah.
And then you kiss my wife.
Yeah. Yo, right? Like, what the yo?
Fam, you wrong. You set this up.
Yeah, you was
sending my drink to give me a heart attack.
Yeah,
take my wife.
he wasn't around. He didn't. He did.
He wrong for sure. You ain't going to my funeral and you go kiss my wife. Nah.
Yeah,
that's him.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it was weird because like I was kind of sympathizing with her. Like, I could see a woman moving on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But like the brother, like you don't have to. There's mad women out here, bro. You could, you know what I mean? Like her options maybe are a little bit limited. She's a little bit older. She has 2 kids, whatever. You know, she's dealing with the death of her husband. You know what I mean?
Right.
She might not be wanting to, you know what I mean? So like the fact that you come into her life, maybe all right. But you, bro, you were like a famous singer. You could be with anybody you want.
That's so weird.
And you choose my wife, bro.
Right.
So all right, I think we're on the same page there. You know what I mean?
sure.
Because I like I said, I was kind of shooting her bail, but I was like, I don't know. She still didn't have to let him hit. You know what I mean? Whatever. But
yeah, like.
but you gotta watch it though. But now you gotta watch it. Now you gotta watch it.
911. I'm gonna definitely watch that one. Bro.
This one was 911 Lone Star. Now it's a spinoff. They're not really related, so you could watch one or the other. But it's good, bro. It's good. So
I like watching a lot of things, man. Right now, I'm watching the new Dexter that's out.
I was gonna get into that. Is it good? Is it worth it?
Did you watch the first?
Of
Dexter?
course.
Okay,
So here's my opinion about the first one. The
Sure.
first one was good for like how many seasons was the first one? 7 seasons or 9?
Like I don't recall.
7 or 9 or it was something. It was long. The last 2 seasons are trash to me because once the sister once she knows. And then remember they was trying like she was liking this nigga like that's when it was like all right, this is weird, like the fact that because it was the whole allure that like nobody knew what was going on and whatever. But once she's like trying to help him and then she like likes this dude on the low because it's really her like stepbrother, you know what I mean, like or adopted brother, like
yeah.
I was like this show's weird. But is the new one good?
The new one is good. Not to spoil anything.
Okay,
but
it's his son though, right? Is his son doing
the son's there? The son's there, and he's older. He's like an adult now.
Oh, wow.
My wife is watching it right now. The episode. You know how you have your spouse or your partner, and y'all watch Netflix.
Yeah, what's the rules? What's the rules on shows?
She is watching the episodes.
But if you did it, it's the end of the day. You got to just suck this up, right? You just got to take it, right?
I got to deal with it and take it. Just take it.
But if you watch the episode without her, what's gonna happen to you,
bro? She gonna cut the cable, whatever. Laptop, act wild.
Right?
Throw a Heineken bottle at me.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, man. That's good, man.
But it's good. It's really good, and I'm loving it. It's good how they brought it back into him leaving and going off in the boat. It's awesome how they just bring that right back into the new seasons and stuff. So you'll like it. I think you should start it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give that a watch, whatever. But I'm kind of working through some other shows. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get around to that though. You know what I mean? Right, so all right. This is something that I just kind of came across. Do you like game shows? Do you like, is there any game shows that you kind of like? You know what I mean? I think everybody likes game shows to an extent.
Not Price is Right, but what is the Steve Harvey? Oh, Family Feud.
Family Feud.
I like.
Yeah. So is there any? Are there any game shows that like you think like you would excel at? Like you would kill that shit. Like if you was on there, you would do your thing.
I would say Family Feud.
Family Feud. I know that's a team thing, but if I got down to that 2 people at the end, I'm gonna hold it down. We gonna get that 200 points. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna get that.
We gonna get that. That's light work, right? Okay. Yeah. Any other games that like really like you think you'd be all right at?
Do they really do game shows nowadays? Like what game shows?
Bro, I'm saying, well, the Jeopardy is still around. Like even though it's not Alex Trebek, Wheel of Fortune, I think GSN is still a network. I mean, game show.
That's true.
They do Price is Right still. There's some stuff, but. All right, so you're like, I don't even know, like, but even back in the day, is there any game shows that you think like, ought to kill that?
Jeopardy, okay. Price is Right, even the athlete American thing or whatever it is, or not American, but it's like the
like Ninja Warrior,
Gladiator.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Ninja Warrior. I'm like, no,
Ninja Warrior. I do that. I think that looks dope. I'd do that.
You would do that? You think you would win?
I would try.
Oh, okay. Cause bro, I can't do that. I can't. I'll be looking at them. They be all nimble and shit. I'm like,
I'd try it, bro. I'd honestly try.
I might try it. Like, you could try it. They got a lot of like gyms that have that kind of setup in there. You know what I mean? Whatever. Yeah. But like, I would not excel. I would not excel at that. Whatever. Well, back in the day, like I'm thinking about when I was a kid, there was mad game shows. Like, remember like Nickelodeon had all the cool game shows?
What was it called? Like they were like the Aztec thing.
Oh, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Fire, Guts. Sure. Remember Guts? That was like kind of like our Gladiator for kids type shit like that. You climb the mountain and shit like that. Double Dare, Wild and Crazy Kids. I would have loved all that, whatever. But so speaking of game shows, right? There's a new game show right now, man. It's on Netflix, right? It's called Bullshit. You ain't see it yet?
Nah.
Yo, fam, this might be one of the most lit game shows ever, bro. Fam, you don't even have to get the answers right, and you can make money, right? So I'm gonna explain it to you, right?
All right.
So Howie Mandel was the host. You know what I mean, they pulled Howie Mandel out of the woodwork, whatever, right? And so so the show it's kind of like designed like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to an extent, right? So it's you get up to $1 million. You don't have lifelines though, right? You don't have lifelines, but there is a way to kind of save yourself, right?
Okay.
So obviously, if you get all the answers correct, you're good, whatever, right? Now, if you get an answer wrong, right? Now you have an opportunity to use your bullshitting skills, right? Like the art of bullshitting, right? Like to convince. So what happens is you're in the bullpen or whatever, like you're in the pit, right? And you're the answering questions. Howie's asking you the questions. Then there's three people, right? That are there to determine the accuracy of your explanations, right? Like to see if you're bullshitting or not, right?
Wow.
So if you get a question wrong, right, you get a chance, and if your question is wrong. I guess they signal you or something, right? Whatever. If your question is wrong, and what you do is you get to tell a story or a narrative or explanation as to like, yo, why you think this is the right answer. If you get one person to believe your bullshit, then you even if you got it wrong, you get the question, whatever.
Wow.
Yo,
so what was like one of the things? Can you remember like one of the?
one of the questions. Well, all right. So I ain't gonna lie, some of the questions was kind of hard, whatever. But what I remember was right. There was this one. I remember this one scenario, right. So this guy, he's a gay man, whatever. He said he was a stripper, and he said, oh, I'm good at bullshit. And he was like, I had to convince women all my life that I was straight, whatever. Like these straight women, I had to convince them that I wasn't gay, whatever. You know what I mean? And I was getting all their money, whatever, right? So he had this, he was like on like the second question, and he did not know the answer, whatever. And he tried to like, he thought he had like the skill of bullshit and whatever. And he tried to like explain something, and he was stuttering and stumbling and whatever. And like, it was just like, nah,
He messed
bro.
up.
It was a dub. Like, yeah, there was this one guy on there. Like, it's funny too, because these people are trying to read their body language, because of those three people, right? Based on their accuracy, they're competing to try to be the person that's answering the question. So like after this person gets eliminated, they'll look at the three people that's left. They're like, all right, well, who's the most accurate? Oh, you're the most accurate, Andre. All right, you it's your turn now. You get to be in the bullpen or whatever. You know what I mean? These guys, fam, like this one dude, he got up to like the $500,000 question, and like of maybe 8 questions, he got like 4 right. You know what I mean? Like he only got half of them right. You know what I mean? Because when he was getting them wrong, he just had like just real good explanations, whatever, and like they was buying it. You know what I mean? Like, and all you gotta do is get one person to buy it. You know what I mean? So like there was times where like people would call him on their bullshit, but then he would have one person that think he's telling the truth, whatever. And I think I'll be all right at that game. You know what I mean? However, it's on the spot. Like now, so my question is like, do you think you'd be able to, like, if you didn't know an answer to a question, right? Do you think you'd be able to bullshit your way to make people believe that you're correct?
If it's for money, a large sum of money,
Yeah.
But my poker face is garbage.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Like, when I see someone like stink, or I see someone like fall or say something that I didn't like, my face will tell you everything you need to know.
He said if I see somebody stink, like yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I show a lot in my face, whatever.
I mean, like I have a bad poker face. Like my wife always tells me about it. It's like, you like straighten your face, straighten your. I'm like, I can't. Like, it's not like I try to just do it.
Yeah. See, I think if I'm in a seat, because I do show a lot on my face, whatever. However, if I know that I have to, like, if I have to hide it, whatever, I think I could. And that's the thing too. People, the contestants, they're like trying to sense their tells. They're like, oh, I could tell you're bullshitting, because when you bullshit, you start to explain way too much, and you start to do this with your hands, and like people, like, they're trying to like really read you, whatever. You know what I mean? So like, do you think you'd be all right at that or no?
I think I'd be okay. I mean, because I
Yeah.
know it's for money and I want to win,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I would try, but in general, in real life, regular, like we're just walking around in a bar or whatever, my
Yeah.
poker face is bad. It's
Okay,
really
okay.
bad. So someone might catch something in the game, maybe down the line, but in the beginning, I'll really try to
Yeah.
collect myself.
Yeah, I think I would be okay. However, I think it would depend on like the how like random the question was. Like if it's really out of my realm of like expertise or knowledge, I can't
So
like
it's like Jeopardy questions,
yeah,
like
it's
they'll
kind of
ask
like
you.
it's kind of like Jeopardy or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type questions. So it's like you don't know what you're gonna get necessarily, but like some of them are like hard, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I would know that, but like but on the spot, can you be stoic? Can you be like, I mean, oh yeah, I know this because whatever, 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 right? Like this one dude, it was a question about Buzz Aldrin. I mean the astronaut, whatever, and
That
like
landed on the moon, right? Yeah.
yeah, and it was like something about where he gets his nickname from, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he was like, "Well, Buzz Aldrin's from Youngstown, Ohio, whatever. I went to the Ohio State University, and this and that, whatever." And yo, bro, and like yo, he had two people believe him, and he ain't know the answer at all. Like he was dead ass wrong, like what I mean? But he like was able to like give a story real quick.
The funny thing is though, I mean, my family's from Ohio. Yeah, yeah. Ohio State's in Columbus, and Columbus is 2 hours from Youngstown.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So I would have been like, nah, he lying.
Yeah, yeah. Just because you know about Youngstown or whatever Ohio State, that don't mean you know about Youngstown, whatever. Yeah.
If you would have said Kent State University, that would have made sense because it's
Okay.
Kent and Youngstown are right next to each other. I'd have been like,
Ah,
okay, you know what you're talking about, Mister Guy.
okay. So all right, so then I'm asking you this question then. So what's more valuable to have, like knowing how to bullshit or knowing how to detect bullshit?
Ooh,
What's a better skill? What's a
I,
more valuable skill?
I would say knowing how to bullshit because if you know how to
Oh,
bullshit, you know how to detect it.
oh. So one does the other.
Yeah, I
Okay, the
agree.
chicken
Yeah,
before the egg type. Okay.
right, right. If you know how to bullshit,
Ah.
then you can easily detect it because you're a master of it. You know it, so you
Okay.
see it. You scheming around. You see people acting up. So
Ah. Well, but everybody don't necessarily got the same like signs and tells though. You know what I mean? So like you
that's
might be
true,
able
but
to
you know what to
detect
look
it.
for. You know what to
Okay.
look for.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's fair. That's fair. So what place does bullshitting have like in business? You know what I mean, all right, so you're a business, you're doing a business
yeah.
and you're trying to present a certain thing. Like what place does bullshitting have? Because isn't there a little bit of bullshitting in business? A little bit,
I mean,
or
I
no?
honestly feel like you shouldn't. I mean, you should
Okay,
be straight.
okay,
I like being straightforward with people. If you didn't like it, or you didn't like the fabric, or you didn't like how it felt, or you felt it was cheap, then that's all gravy. You know what I mean? But
okay,
we really do pride ourselves in making sure you get what you want and you
okay.
get what you paid for. I feel like bullshitting in business. I mean, there's a lot of conglomerates that bullshit and sell us dreams all the time, but I don't like doing it, especially
Okay.
as a small business is coming up. Like we're all trying to come up together. Like bullshitting is not going to get us anywhere. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because then you're going to lose the trust of people that you're trying to gain. Like we're just
Yeah.
starting up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
right
is it
now,
do you think it's harder to bullshit probably now in business? Now that like with social media and the internet and being able to like do you think it's probably harder for people to bullshit? Like cuz I remember like back in the day people I remember, I got people from Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and I just remember like, people would have brands and stuff like that or like clothes and stuff like that, and it seemed like everybody was just trying to make a quick dollar or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they wasn't in it for the long haul and type
yeah,
stuff like that. And like it was a lot of bullshit and whatever. But now I feel like because now there's platforms where if you bullshit, you know what I mean, or if you ain't selling what you say, talk about StockX, right? Like, you know what I mean, like StockX now, you know what I mean, now I mean, I don't think this. I bought some sneakers from StockX. I do not believe the sneakers I bought are fake, whatever. You know what I mean? But like
yeah.
now now it's in question now. Like you know what I mean? And that hurts your brand now, like to a bigger degree, and people can spread that now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
before, it might have been word of mouth, like oh yo this dude, whatever, whatever, and it would just stay word of mouth. If you try to bamboozle the public, they're gonna put your shit out there. They got receipts for you now. Like, oh yo, he
Right.
did this and that and that. Like, so you think
And
it's
that's why I
hard?
think that bullshit shouldn't be in business. I think you
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
straightforward with the customer because, like you said, one person could turn into 100 bad, bad, reviews or bad clients. Like you lose 100 clients because one person gave you one bad review. So you want to be straightforward with people. You want to be straightforward with customers and not bullshit them, because you could lose potentially a lot of sales if you're bullshitting.
Yeah, yeah.
So just be
That's
real,
good.
keep it real. And yeah, I heard about the StockX thing. My wife actually wants a pair of the Yeezys, and I'm like, I want a StockX, but then this thing popped up. I'm like, oh my god!
I
So it deterred
know.
me. It deterred me from to buying them because of people
No.
putting out there. And at the same token too, there's people out there that are haters. Yeah,
Yeah.
real life haters that will literally just be like, oh, he winning, oh, he doing this, that, and the third. I'm gonna just say his shit is trash. I'm gonna just say, which is
Yeah.
the most aggravating thing that someone can do. People literally spend time out of their day instead of working and making money.
Bullshitting people, right? Like,
Right. They
right?
go out
Like,
and mess up your life
yeah.
because they just, it's whack.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because before, yeah, I don't want to talk about that topic without like really researching it. But yeah, I read an article about it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know how, to what extent, whatever. But like, people are, that's the thing too with social media. I don't even know to what extent people are willing to research. But once they seen it, it's like, oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's like
Y'all buying all that stock,
news.
y'all. I knew that shit was fake. And I'm like, come on now, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like I think I need to research that, and then I'm gonna come back to that topic another time. But like, I'm curious now. Like, yeah, and it does make you like damn, because you can't it's hard to get the sneakers, retail. Like, you can't buy them like when they come out anymore. Like, so like it felt like at least StockX was like that middleman, you know what I mean? That was like, all right. And it's at a decent price point, you know what I mean? Obviously, you see the prices go up, you see them drop sometimes, but like, because then the resellers, like the regular people that have that money, like they want a 200% markup, you know what I mean? Instead of like a 50% markup type thing, but. So all right, that's good. Let's switch it up, man. So let's get to business, man. Let's talk about the brand a little bit, whatever.
Let's talk about it.
So like I said, we already I met you a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, a month and a half ago, whatever. And I seen what you had going on, you know what I mean? Like I said, we had some jokes, whatever. I seen the clothing, you know what I mean? The thing is, I've been familiar with your brand, but I never knew, and that was the whole thing we talked about too a little bit. Like, I never knew who was behind it. I was like, yo, who is it? Like, I remember had people DMing me like, yo, do you know who runs this brand, whatever? I'm like, yo, I don't know. I don't know who this is, because like we seen like models that like people that I've worked with, people that we're friends with, people that people know, like J.Lo, you had Lexi Blow, you've had Ashley Cosby, whatever. So it was kind of cool, like finally meeting you, whatever. And so like basically, like I was just wondering, man, like, so what's kind of next for Austerus right now? I know Lexi Blow is like a brand ambassador. Like, what does that mean? What does that look like? How did that kind of come about?
Yeah, so I mean, Austerus, our next venture definitely is we were on summer and spring vibe right now. Spring's on its end back
and it didn't even start, right? Like,
yeah, well,
like you know what I mean, like weather wise, like like we ain't getting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like,
it's like Pennselsvania, man. Pennsylvania, it's like it might snow tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
it only been like doing that the last like 2-3 years, or like it's crazy. Like, this is the worst winter to spring transition of my life, bro.
It's
like,
weird.
I'm like, what's
I don't know if it's climate change, global warming. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah. So for our clothing, I reached out to Lexi Blow because I loved how she modeled for my stuff, and every time we take photo shoots, she promotes it and stuff like that. So I was like, it made sense to just hit her up and see if she wanted to be a brand ambassador for the brand. She has a huge following. Everyone knows who she is, and it made sense. So so I hit her up. She was all for it. So we're happy to have her, part of the brand and everything like that. My goal and what's next, besides the summer vibes and stuff like that, is building a team.
Okay.
And I'd like to build a team, because it takes a team to excel. It's really hard to wear many hats and do everything by yourself. So
talk about it.
Building a team is my next venture. And that's comprised of brand ambassadors, models, photographers, anyone that's willing to be a part of the brand and help us excel. Um, Following that would most likely be a store, like a
Okay.
brick and mortar.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so is that still a viable option nowadays? Because we got online commerce, like e-commerce is reigns supreme. Like does brick and mortar still matter? You feel like?
yeah, I think it does. I think right now it's kind of iffy because of the pandemic
Okay.
and even though we're pretty much post pandemic, but it's still kind of affecting a lot of things. And it's a seller's market right now too. Buying real estate right now is really tough. It's really tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
The buyers are really making a lot of money off of us, and if we want to find something, I would wait, and I'm opting out to wait, to
Okay.
stay on the e-commerce and stay online and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
and until that's lowered, because I'm sure it's gonna one day crash, and it'll be a buyer's market
Yeah.
instead of a
Yeah.
seller's market. So that's our ventures right now.
Okay.
Um, I also am in talks with J.Lo because I want him to be the man side of the brand ambassador. So
That's
Lexi
good.
Blow for the female and then Jayla Tell for the man. And I might have a couple more down the way that I've been spotting and having conversations with that I like. A whole bunch of people from the Drip the Runway that I talk to regularly, might be a part of the brand ambassador as well. So we're really hyped. We're really hyped for, the future and what's going on. A lot of new looks and a lot of new, things that are going to be, fresh and new, for fashion and streetwear.
That's good, man. So, and this operation kind of started from the crib. You know what I mean? Like did you just how did you get inspired to say, yo, I'm gonna start a clothing brand? Like, you like to get fly. Did you say, yo, I might as well just wear my own shit? Like, were you making clothes by yourself
Right.
before? Like, what?
So
How did
what
that?
so what originally started me to start doing clothes, and I got to give the credit to my wife because she excels me in all the things that I do. Because she had her own clothing brand called Sisters Couture, and she was killing it.
Ah,
She was doing nice. She was killing it. This, that, and the third. And I've always liked clothes. I've always liked fashion. I'm a fashion dude. Like you see me in suits. You see me in different styles and clothing brands. I
yeah,
can wear any
yeah.
color. But she pushed me and she pushed me to do it and seeing her doing hers. And I'm like, hey, I might as well start mine too. You know what I mean? Because I like clothes.
Okay,
And growing up around, Kanye West and growing up, seeing what Virgil's doing, it made sense. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? So my wife was definitely the light and the inspiration. And just seeing what Kanye West and different, designers are doing, I try to mimic, and innovate, their platform and what they're doing as well. So
okay.
I love it, man. I love it because I like being fly.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. So all right, so it sounds like, all right, in terms of scaling up, you wanna get to the point where, like I said, you want to make your own store. Do you have any like pop-ups coming up? Any events that you're gonna be at, like live? Because you don't have the brick and mortar. Obviously, you could sell online, but like it's nothing like that word of mouth. You know what I mean? And
Oh
the
yeah.
getting that FaceTime with people. You know what I mean? So like, do you have anything coming up?
So coming up, we're going to be setting up shop as a vendor for the Trey and Boo
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
I'm not from
Is
out
that
here,
your
but
first time? Is this your first time gonna be
that's
there?
my first time go. I've heard about it, but I've never went.
It's a good It's man. I'll say this, and I'm gonna speak about it. Yo, it's a great event, man. Like it's something. It'll be what year? I think year like 12. I think
That's
this.
dope.
I think
That's
this is year
dope, man.
12, and it started. Just basketball. You know what I mean? Like maybe one or two vendors, whatever. Man, it is something when it comes to like York City. Like it's something that like you would like you could have family visit and like yo let's go do that whatever, and it's a all
Yeah,
weekend event. I mean it's Saturday and Sunday. It's like so many. I mean, and it's our brand, it's our people, our brands, our food, our you know what I mean, and it's love, man. It's stuff to do for the kids.
yeah.
Only thing is, it's hot as fuck though. Like they picked the hottest days of the summer, man, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's like 8 to 8. You know what I mean? So like and
Oh, sheesh. 8 to 8. Oh
now I don't know how
man.
about clothing. I guess you could probably decide when you're gonna be out there, but you want to utilize and take
I
advantage,
want to
whatever.
utilize for sure, and I'm
Yeah.
really hyped that because I'm cool with Wayne and Genesis.
Okay.
I'm really hyped that they reached out to me
That's good, man.
and asked me if I want to do it because I'm all for it. And I always wanted to go to the train booth. There would be days or weekends where I'm doing stuff. It always lies on the weekends that I'm doing stuff. But
Yeah.
so I'm excited for this year, and Austerus is going to be out there. So
Yeah, and it's good
I might even.
basketball too. It's good basketball too. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
like these are
And I'm
some
probably gonna have
hoopers,
J.Lo
bro.
telling some stuff too, so rocking some stuff. But
Yeah.
'cause I know he plays in the trade booth.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm probably gonna be dropping some new merch too that that you can get right at the train booth. So look out for that as well.
yeah.
But I'm excited, man. I'm just excited to be a vendor and very honored to be able to put my brand out there for York and in the community.
That's what's up. So I'm a little bit upset because this year I some summers I take like a summer job and it typically conflicts with that weekend whatever. I'll probably be out there, but
You gotta be.
not to the capacity though that I was going to. Like I was going to try to set up and whatever, but like I have this other job thing that I got going on, and my days are long. So like I get into that another time. But I'll make an appearance whatever, but it won't be what I kind of intended, because I had an interview with Wayne last year. I mean, he was like episode 20, and we talked about it. He's like, yo, next year you gonna be out there, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all hype. And then like certain things happen, but like I said, I want this bread so I can do some shit with my shit. You know what I mean? So
I really do feel you'll be out there eventually. I mean, you part of the community, man. Like, so
yeah.
I don't know any other podcast that's doing it, and it's cool to just see what you're doing, and so I know you'll be out there eventually.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I guess about your brand, maybe last question about your brand specifically. What makes your brand different, man? Because there's a lot of clothing brands out there, man. It's
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
competition. Like, how do you break through? How do you know what I mean? How do you stand out amongst?
I think one thing that Virgil Abloh always taught is if you want to talk about quality, you have to compare your quality to the best quality. Hermes is probably the best quality fashion clothing brand out there right now.
Okay.
So I don't want to say quality, but even though our quality is A1, I'm the type of person that likes to search for the best vendors, best manufacturers, if possible. So I will go the extra mile to make sure that what you're wearing is going to last and going to fit well. Um, so that entails something that's really big on my in our brand is making sure that what you get is what you want, right?
Okay.
I'm always that person that if you don't like it, then return it, and move on, or you get something else, or. But we always like to make sure that what we're selling or putting out there is what you want. I would also say what makes us different is the style,
Okay.
the backing of what we do. I try to mix it up and try to do different styles that you haven't seen before, or something that stands out, or something that's like really artsy,
Okay.
something that just will catch your eye and make you think about what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I try to put a little imagery, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of meanings to all
Okay.
my art and stuff like that. Because I even the artwork that I use and has stories behind them that no one really asked me about. But if
Ah.
they ever want to be like, why did you decide to do this? I have a story behind it.
See, you should have
So
had some pieces ready, man. So I could, we could have got. Yeah, well, we always could run it back another time. You know what
oh
I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. And my sister's an artist, so I love her. Shout out my sister Lex, and my older sister Sierra. She designs dresses, so we got to all
Oh,
get together as well and do something. That's another thing I forgot to say that we're going to be doing down the road is another fashion show.
okay.
So we're going to be doing our own fashion show and having few the clothing brands out here and come together and do another runway
Oh, but
show.
it's gonna be your show.
It's going to be it's going to be my show, but we'll have other brands walking
Yeah.
as well. So
Nice.
that's just down the road. Just pin that.
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, what makes us different is the innovation and eagerness to want to give the audience what they want and just keep hitting it. And if it's something that could be better. We're always taking advice, and we always just want to be the best at what we do, pretty much. So
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's good, man. Yeah, like the brand looks real clean. Like I said,
thank you.
I gotta tap in and in terms of like finding that stuff, it's all just on you. Do you have a website, or do you just go on Instagram to shop for that type of stuff, or what?
Yeah, you can go to Instagram and shop. It'll take
Okay.
you right to our website.
Okay.
But if you just go to austerus.com, austerus.com, it'll pull up all our information, pull up our social media. It'll pull up what you can buy right online. You'll see all the models. You'll see the, shoots we've done. We have an about me and how we started and stuff like that. I get real nitty gritty up on the website, so you can, it's real personable on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just shoot that if you want to.
That's good, man. Like, I mean, I need y'all to tap in with the brand, Austerus, man. Like I said, you might not see you ain't gonna see my man's face on there. You know what I mean? He's like the, there's like, I remember back in the day, there was a lot of brands that we didn't know who the designer, what the designer looked like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever. So like that's kind of the vibe he's giving. So this is exclusive. The fact that he's on camera right now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
All right, man. Before we go, any music that's like kind of like hitting you, like that you bumping right now? Anything that people gotta listen to?
I'm not gonna
that you recommend.
I mean, we talking about local artists, because there's a lot of local artists that I like, man.
Oh, talk about it. Yeah,
I fuck with Rico Beans and Larry Brock.
Okay.
Shout out my man Izzy Fletcher. They fire. Like, Izzy Fletcher is from where I'm from, Allentown, Bethlehem Easton. He fire, man. We got some artists out there too. LG he's dope.
Okay.
YG the Pharaoh, fire. There's a whole bunch of fire artists, man. And I love getting them. I love just, talking about them so they can get out there and people to hear their music, because like their music to be dope. And being I'm real. If I like it, I'm gonna say I like it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna say I don't like it. And I like their music and I like what they're doing. But if we're talking about local artist society, and we talk about like industry artists.
Yeah, like what you bumping right now? Like,
oh, I heard that my brother put me on to the new Future I gotta listen to.
Okay.
I'm kind of sad what's going on with Gunna and Young
YSL and all that. Yeah,
I listen to them, man. I'm like, dang, man. And they albums that they just put out with Heat too, so it's tough with that. But I listen to them. I listen to Drake. I listen to the new Kendrick that's out.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of music, man. Like I said before, I listen to a lot of music. Every genre of music I listen to.
Yeah.
Obviously, rap is my heart and my love.
Okay.
But I right now I would say I'm bumping, Gunna's new album. I'm bumping Pusha T's new album.
Yeah.
I'm bumping even what's his name? He's a young artist. He's not in our generation, but his name is Yeet. But his
okay, I seen there's a playlist on Spotify called Turnt, and I seen his name a couple times, and I try to play a track. I don't know.
It's just Turnt music. Like,
okay,
if you just want to bump your head and turn. It's Turnt music. Like, no lyrics. He ain't lyricism and none of that. But
yeah. And I think that too. Like, sometimes people get all hell bent on that. Like, bruh, I know I'm old enough to know what good lyrics are. Like, I get it. Like, I know what good bars are. But like, I do like this young boy. Like, cause it's a certain vibe. It gets you in a certain mood or whatever. So it's like,
for sure.
I can discern the difference. You know what I mean, between a lyrical rapper, but still like a rapper that might not be lyrical, but still makes good music.
For Travis Scott's album too to come.
Yo, did you see Diddy? Diddy said that he could perform at the Billboard. He said I'm producing the Billboard Music Awards. They got me on there. He was like, Travis Scott has to perform. He said NBC said it's okay. He was like, so Travis Scott will be performing at the Billboard Music Awards. Like, he's basically uncanceling the cancel. Yeah, I was like, say what you want about Diddy. Yeah, I mean, like, cause that's one of my favorite artists. Like,
that's one of my favorites too.
I love Travis, and people don't like. I don't know why people don't like Travis.
That whole situation was crazy. And,
it was crazy,
and in my opinion, because I'm sure there's a lot of radical people out there. He's performing. He's an artist. That's not his venue. He's
not solely liable. He can't stop. Like, how you gonna stop a show? You want him to stop a show and cause a real riot? Like, yeah, I mean, like,
exactly.
I don't know. So.
Damn.
Yeah, in terms of me, man, like, you know, the future is like there's definitely some heat, some real good tracks on there. I don't really look at Future as an album artist though, you know what I'm saying? Like he's good for some songs, you know what I mean? Like whatever, cuz when listening to the joint, like I'm kind of skipping through certain things, whatever. The Pusha T is probably like in terms of rap albums, like that's one, like it's not really too many skips. Like I've been bumping that, and I'm a Drake fan, whatever. But like I can't deny, like, yeah, this Pusha is nice, man. Like if he's on the mic, like he's gonna kill it, whatever. But probably the thing that I'm bumping the most right now is that are you familiar with Blast? The R&B singer rapper dude from LA, like he's kind of like they call him like the new, like he don't sound like Nate Dogg, but like he's getting a lot of comparisons to Nate Dogg, because like if he's on a feature, your song is like it's sounding it's hot, whatever, you know what I mean? But like so it's spelled BLXST, so no A, but it's pronounced Blast.
Yeah.
Fam, yo, his album is called Before You Go, and I didn't get to talk about this, like review it, whatever, but I want to, but like. Fam, that like his first little project was Heat. It's called No Love Lost. Like no skips really. Like it's like you could play, it's a vibe. This new one, this is technically his debut. Heat, bro. Heat. Like, you know what I mean? Like Heat. Like, and he's featured on Kendrick's album on the song called Die Hard. I think he's the one singing on that joint, whatever. So okay. Yeah, so you gotta check out Blast, man, if you haven't or whatever.
Oh
so.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love music, man. So I listen to everything. Like if someone put me on to something, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah.
So definitely. Blast and 911, I'm gonna check both of them.
Blast, yep, Blast 911, and I'm gonna check out the Dexter, and then I guess I'm gonna try listening to this guy named Yeet.
Oh yeah, it's all vibes though. It's turn up. You gonna sip something to it. And
okay. It's just have you? Well, speaking of a turn up artist, have you ever heard of the young boy Mike Dimes?
Nah, see, nah.
No, Mike Dimes. He's from Houston, whatever. Like, he got a song called No Trends. He got a song out right now called Paparazzi. Like, check him out. He's pretty dope too. Mike Dimes. I was actually gonna go to it was an Earth Gang concert, but it kind of I have like a time conflict, whatever. But I guess he was gonna be opening up for Earth Gang, whatever, in a couple weeks. But yeah, I gotta hear more of his stuff. But he's dope too. But yeah, that's good, man. So yeah, I like this, man. So yo, did you have a good time tonight?
Hell yeah, for sure, man. I love doing podcasts, man. Awesome.
So you're not new to this. You true to this.
Well, I am.
Okay.
I be watching. I watch podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Like that, but. So sorry for I like being a part of the podcast.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I mean, I definitely appreciate you being on here, man.
No problem, man.
Good vibes, good conversation, man. You welcome back anytime. Maybe we get your wife on here. You know what I mean? We have like a whole little panel. You know what I mean? Like whatever, like. That'd be dope.
Got a lot to say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yo, man, before we go, where can people find you, man? Where can people find you?
For sure. You can find me at on Facebook, which is my Facebook at Moreno Prieto. That's MORENO PRIETEO.
Dominicano.
Right. On Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, you can find us at Austerus the Brand. That's AUSTERUSTHEBRAND. Also on TikTok as well. We're on TikTok. So Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Austerus the Brand, man. My guy Andre, like I said, the man behind the brand. Like
yes,
you finally getting to see who he is, and like I said, man, I had a good introduction with this guy. I've been seeing, like it's funny because then I've started running into this guy like at different like little like outings, whatever. I'm like, yo, like this guy be everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So that's good, man. Like in the collaboration is good, man. And like I said, I'm looking forward to working with you again, man. Awesome. At any capacity, man, whatever you want, man. So
for sure. Let's work.
Yeah, definitely. So yo, audience, man, if y'all still watching, man, y'all still tuned in, I'd like y'all to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man. It goes a long way. I need you to go to my man's website, and cop up, man. Check out what he got going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a clean brand. It's good. And, I mean, and he ain't bullshitting y'all. Like, you know what I mean? We already talked about that. Like, he ain't no bullshit over here, man. He gonna give you that top quality. All right.
Yes, sir.
So, yo, man, this is another episode of 280 Plus Podcast, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.
There you go.